Hello and welcome back to this course on animating shapes. Now we're going to learn about some of the inbuilt variables that PyAngelo has that we can use. And the first ones are these MouseX and MouseY variables. So let's get started. And as always, I'm going to just run this starter code and see what it does. And wow, draws a circle in the middle of the screen, a kind of pinky circle. Now the code, we are setting the canvas size to 640 by 360, and then we are creating an animation loop with that forever command where we're clearing the background to a black color. Then we're setting the fill color to the pink color, and then we're drawing the circle in the middle of the screen. And I know it's the middle of the screen because I set the canvas size to 640 pixels wide, and the circle is at 320 across and 180 up, which is half of the 360. So 320, 180 is in the middle of the circle, and it's the middle of the screen as well. And the radius is 20, so I'm drawing that circle in the middle of the screen. There we have it. Now, as I mentioned, PyAngelo has a variable called MouseX, and this tracks where my mouse is across this screen. So see, if I put my mouse here on the left edge, then that is going to be 0. And if I go all the way across, it's going to be 640. If I have my mouse down, the mouse Y will be 0 down here, and up here, the mouse Y will be 360, because that's how wide I set the canvas. So how do I use these? Well, instead of putting it at 320, I can just say, let me stop my code so I can edit it. I always make that mistake. Change 320 here to be mouse X. And now, if I run this, wherever my mouse is, notice that is the X position of the circle. That's cool. And I haven't changed the Y. I'm always drawing it at 180, but wherever my mouse is in the X position, notice the circle is always exactly under my mouse. I can move my mouse pretty quickly and it'll catch up, but it always moves it to there. Awesome. And so, as you can imagine, if I change the 180 to be mouse Y, then start, hey, it always follows my mouse. Now this is pretty cool. So those variables are built in and we can use them in our programs for interaction with the mouse. Now, one interesting question I want you to think about here is what happens if I change my code so that this background function here, I don't do it inside the loop. I actually just do it, and remember, because it's no longer part of the forever loop, it doesn't need to be indented here. So I need to just unindent it. And then this forever loop here loops all these 3 lines over and over, but I'm not clearing the background. So what do you think would happen? Well, let's check it out. So I start and I draw, oh! Because I'm not clearing the background, I'm just drawing a new circle every time. And wow, that looks pretty cool. I am enjoying this. It gives it kind of a 3D effect, doesn't it? Yeah, that is cool. And, you know, this is really the basics of a drawing program. If I were to stop this and just make a few little modifications, say here, I also say no stroke so I don't see the black outline. Maybe I make it just a little smaller, like 10. And then for the color, what if I add a little bit of alpha, 0.8, so it's a little see-through. Now here, I start, and then this is really like a drawing program. Very cool. Now, if you're interested in this, have a look on the reference page under the mouse section, because there's things like, is mouse clicked? So maybe when you click the screen, you could make it clear the screen again. So I could have some code in here that said something like, if mouse is pressed, and that either returns true or false depending on whether you're pressing the mouse or not. So if mouse is pressed, then I do a background 0, 0, 0. So I clear the screen only when the mouse is pressed. So now I can start, I can press the mouse, it clears, and now I can start drawing. And when I've finished drawing, I click and it clears the screen. And maybe you could even do something like only draw if I'm pressing, because then it's more like a paint program. Only if the mouse is clicked, then draw. There's some really cool things for you to play around with. So have a go at that. And yeah, there's lots you can experiment with. And I will see you in the next lesson. Thanks for watching. Bye.